friends, it's Jasmine, your Vancouver, Washington Realtor extraordinaire. Before we get into it, if you're thinking about relocating to Vancouver, Washington this year, I'd love to help you make the move a whole lot easier. You can call me, shoot me an email, or fill out my buyer questionnaire down below, whatever works best for you. It only takes a minute and it helps me understand exactly what you're looking for so I can guide you with real advice that actually fits your situation. Alright, let's talk summer. Because if you've been wondering what life here is actually like, this is when the city really shows off. The sun's out, the parks are packed, there's music by the river, farmers markets on weekends, and people just feel lighter, happier. In this video, I'm sharing everything you need to know about summer here in Vancouver, what events are happening, where locals hang out, and why the season is one of the best times to plan your move. I've worked with a ton of clients who've moved here during the summer, and they always say the same thing. That was the perfect time to land. And hey, if you're still on the fence or feeling unsure if this move makes sense for you, I totally get it. Relocating is a big decision, and it's normal to have a million questions. That's why I'm here, not just to sell you on the place, but to help you figure out if it's truly the right fit. Zero pressure, just support, good info, and real conversations. So grab something iced, get comfy, and let me show you why this city shines in the sunshine. Okay, let's start with the vibe, because summer in Vancouver, Washington is a whole experience. When the sunshine hits, the city really comes alive. You'll see people out biking the trails, lining up at the farmer's market, grabbing iced coffee at places like Cafe X or Compass, and just soaking up every ounce of sun we get. It's that sweet spot between nature and community, and it makes you feel like you really belong here. Now, let's talk weather. I'm gonna be honest, it's gotten hotter in recent years. We still get those dreamy upper 70s and low 80s days, but it's not unusual anymore to see stretches in the 90s and even a few days that crack 100 degrees. But the good news, it's usually a dry heat, shout out to low humidity, and the mornings and evenings still cool off enough to make things manageable. Plus, almost every home here has AC, and most parks and public spaces are shaded or breezy thanks to our trees. And the best part? There's so much to do. From outdoor concerts and splash pads to riverside patios and local hikes, there's always something happening. It's one of the best times to explore neighborhoods, meet people, and really get a feel for what life here looks like in full color. There's this energy in the summer, people are friendlier, the pace slows down just enough, and you start to see why so many folks fall in love with Vancouver this time of year. It's not flashy, it's not trying too hard, but it's real, and for a lot of people, that's exactly what they're looking for. Alright, let's get into the fun stuff. One of the absolute best parts of summer in Vancouver, the events. There is always something happening. Big festivals, chill concerts, ice cream pop-ups, makers markets. It's like every weekend has a reason to get out and explore. Here are some of the biggest ones you'll want to check out in 2025. Vancouver Arts and Music Festival. This one is a total gem. It runs July 31st through August 3rd and brings in everything from Grammy-winning artists to incredible local performers. There's live music, public art, food trucks, and a great downtown energy. It's free, it's family friendly, and it really shows off the heart of our creative community. Clark County Fair. If you're more into classic summer vibes, rides, fried food, animals, and live concerts, the fair is where it's at. And honestly, it's one of my personal favorite events of the entire year. It runs for 10 full days in early August, and it's such a fun blend of nostalgia, community, and just good old-fashioned summer energy. There's something for everyone. Carnival rides, pig races, farm animals, rodeos, demolition derbies, live music, and more food than you could possibly sample in one visit. I'm talking cotton candy, fresh squeezed lemonade, roasted corn, and my personal must-have, curly fries. You'll see families with strollers, teens running from ride to ride, couples out for a concert date, and lifelong locals catching up with old friends. They also host nightly concerts that are included with your admission, which makes it such a great deal. Some years it's well-known country or pop artists, other nights it's local bands or tribute acts that totally bring the party. The energy is always so upbeat and relaxed. Grab a seat in the outdoor amphitheater, catch the sunset behind the fairgrounds, and just soak it all in. It's one of those events that really makes you feel part of the community, even if you just moved here last week. 4 Days of Aloha. This event has such a special place in my heart. 4 Days of Aloha is a beautiful celebration of Hawaiian culture that brings the aloha spirit right here to the Pacific Northwest. It features hula performances, traditional Hawaiian music, workshops, island food, and a huge marketplace full of amazing local and visiting vendors. stores. You'll find handmade jewelry, crafts, Hawaiian treats, and so many meaningful moments woven throughout the weekend. If you have island roots or you're just curious to explore authentic Hawaiian culture, this event is full of joy, pride, and connection. It usually takes place mid-July at Esther Short Park, and it's the kind of event that makes you feel seen, welcomed, and part of something. It's a personal favorite of mine, and once you go, it just might become yours too. Scooped Ice Cream Festival. Over 50 ice cream flavors, local vendors, and live music? Yes, please. It's such a fun event, especially if you have kids, or honestly, just a sweet tooth. This one's becoming more popular every year, and I always recommend getting tickets early. Waterfront Concert Series and Sunday Sounds. Free concerts by the river? Don't mind if we do. The Waterfront and Columbia Tech Center both host weekly outdoor shows in July and August. You can bring a blanket, pack some snacks, and just chill out while listening to live music with an incredible view. Movies in the park. Every Friday night, the city screens movies in different parks around Vancouver. Think Disney classics, animated favorites, and sometimes throwback films for adults. It's super relaxed and the kind of thing that makes a summer evening feel exactly right. And this is just scratching the surface. You'll also find pop-up markets, art walks, food festivals, and smaller neighborhood events all over the city. You can feel the energy shift, like the whole community is saying, "Come join us." It's such a great way to feel connected if you're new here, or even just visiting to see if Vancouver might be your next home. These events give you a real sense of who lives here, what the vibe is like, and how welcoming this place can be. If big crowds and festival food aren't totally your thing, don't worry. One of the best things about living in Vancouver is how easy it is just to get outside and enjoy the natural beauty around you. The city is surrounded by green space, rivers, trails, and hidden gems. You don't have to drive hours to get to nature. It's literally woven into everyday life here. Moulton Falls. This is one of my go-to recommendations for an easy weekend adventure. It's a gorgeous, peaceful spot with a river, waterfalls, and walking trails that are great for kids, dogs, or anyone who just wants a low-stress hike. And that footbridge over the falls, it's a stunner. Bring your camera. Lacamas Lake. Want a paddleboard or kayak without a huge crowd? Lacamas Lake is perfect. You can rent gear right at the lake, go for a scenic walk or trail run, or post up for a picnic. It's super popular in the summer, but still feels calm and spacious. And the sunsets here? Unbeatable. Columbia River Waterfront Trail. For something close to the heart of Vancouver, the Waterfront Trail is a favorite. It runs along the Columbia River with views of Mount Hood, public art, restaurants, and green space. Whether you're biking, walking your dog, or just taking in the breeze, it's an easy way to reset after a long day. Beacon Rock and Silver Star Mountain. Feeling a little more adventurous? Beacon Rock is a short, switchback-style hike with incredible payoff views over the Columbia River Gorge. It's great for beginners who want a wow moment without a 3-hour trek. And Silver Star Mountain? That's for when you want wildflowers, elevation, and some serious, "I can't believe this is only an hour from home" energy. A bonus is everywhere you go, it's beautiful. Even just walking through neighborhoods or visiting a local park like Esther Short or Vancouver Lake feels like a mini escape. The trees, the flowers, the water, it's all part of what makes this area so livable. You'll start noticing how much people here use their parks and trails. They're not just pretty, they're part of everyday life. If you've been craving more time in nature, or you're the kind of person who decompresses with a walk or a hike, summer in Vancouver might just be your dream lifestyle. You don't need to block off a whole weekend to find peace. It's right here, anytime you need it. Let's talk timing, because summer is genuinely one of the best times to move to Vancouver. First off, the weather. Touring homes, driving around to check out neighborhoods, and even just handling move-in day is a whole lot easier when it's not pouring rain. You get to see the area in its best light. Lawns are green, trees are full, and you actually get a feel for how a property looks without trying to imagine it under better conditions. It's also the season where neighborhoods are buzzing. People are outside, kids are riding bikes, neighbors are walking their dogs, and front porches are full of potted plants and conversation. That kind of visibility helps you get a real feel for the community, and for many of my clients, that makes it easier to know if a place feels like home. For families, summer moves are especially helpful. Kids aren't in school, so the transition is less disruptive. You have more flexibility to travel, unpack, and explore before the new school year starts. I've had parents tell me it gave their kids a chance to settle in and start fresh in the fall with confidence. There's also just something energizing about summer moves. Yes, moving is stressful, but when the days are long, the sun is out, and the city is alive with events and activity, it makes the whole experience feel like a fresh start, like momentum instead of burnout. And the best part, you're not doing it alone. I've helped a lot of people relocate during the summer, whether they're buying something unseen or flying in for a weekend of showings, and I've built up a toolkit of trusted lenders, movers, short-term rental contacts, and neighborhood guides to help make it smooth. So that's a little glimpse of what summer in Vancouver, Washington really feels like, from the energy and events to the quiet nature escapes, and why this season might be the perfect window to make your move. If relocation is on your radar, whether it's next month or next year, I'd love to be a part of your journey. I've helped so many people make the move from California, Hawaii, and other parts of the country, and every single one of them had questions, hesitations, and moments where it felt overwhelming. That's totally normal. This is a big life shift, and you deserve real support through it. My job isn't just to help you find a house, it's to help you figure out if this place feels like your home, if it fits your pace, your values, and the way you actually want to live. Vancouver has a lot to offer, and I'm here to help you explore it with clarity and care. So if this is on your heart, let's connect. You can call me, send me an email, or fill out my questionnaire linked below. Once I get a sense of what matters most to you, I'll send you over home options, neighborhood ideas, and a personalized game plan to help you move forward. And before you go, I'd love to know, what's something you're really hoping for in your next hometown? A great coffee scene, more space, slower mornings? Drop it in the comments. I read every one, and your answer might even inspire a future video. Thanks again for watching, and I truly hope I get to welcome you home soon. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!